none of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How can you not love starting the day with Mary Poppins? Mary Poppins? Mary Poppins? She's like the ultimate nanny, right? The ultimate, the ultimate. And I'm choking to death. This is, that's what I need is a spoonful of sugar. This is the day in 1964 that Mary Poppins came out in the theaters. You know, this was a very special day for me. Do you know that?
How so?
Well, because that was the beginning of my career in the theater.
That's all right. You were selling tickets.
I was. I was the girl in the booth selling the tickets. Sometimes I was behind the counter selling the popcorn. But I think by 1964, I had worked my way up to head cashier. Yes. And there I was with the movie Mary Poppins opening at the Fox Redondo Theater in Redondo Beach, California. And I was beside myself with excitement. I mean, I stayed after my shift every day to watch it over and over and over again. I loved it. I knew every song, every word, every moment. And here's the fun part. Good morning, Jenny. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening that I worked, I actually spoke with an English accent and I pretended I was from England, because I thought it was more appropriate. So when people would come to the booth, I would say, "Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I think you're going to love the movie today. It's going to be fabulous." I was like 16 years old at the time, maybe 15. I was having a blast making everyone believe I was English. I got more dates that way. My favorite story, my very favorite story, was one afternoon I was working in the booth. This really hot guy came up and I said, "Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. How many tickets?" And he started chatting with me. And of course, I spoke to him like this. And he said, "You're going to be here when the movie's over?" And I said, "Oh, yes, I'll be working here. We're getting off just shortly after." And he said, "Well, can I take you out? I'd like to show you a little more of America." I bet you would. All right. I told everyone that Daddy owned a tuna cannery in Dorchester, which my English friends found hilarious because apparently Dorchester is like in the middle of the country and totally landlocked. There is no way there would be a tuna cannery in Dorchester. But, Americans, what do we know? We don't know the geography of England. Anyway, this guy comes out after the movie and I said, Lovely to see you. I have about 5 more minutes and then I'll pop out and change my clothes." And he said, "All right, I'll be waiting right here for you." And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a hoot and a half. So the 5 minutes is up. I go like this to him. I change shifts with someone. And I say, "Take me a couple of minutes to do the paperwork and then I'll be right out." And I went in to do my paperwork, got it done really fast, changed my clothes, came back out. And he said, "Wow, that was fast." And I said, "Yeah, I know. It doesn't take me very long. I'm pretty good at it." "What? What happened to your accent?" I said, "My accent's only for the cage. Are you kidding? I'm from here. I live right." Anyway, it was hilarious. I ended up dating him for like, I don't know, 5, 6 months after that. Yeah, I did. Got him good.
Did he make you do the accent again?
Oh, everyone loves the accent. As a matter of fact, all jokes aside, one of the other theater managers from another movie theater, another Fox theater that was going to get Mary Poppins after our theater got it, their manager called my manager to ask if he could borrow me for the run of the movie. So I went there and I pretended I was English for that movie. They loved it.
Did you have an umbrella?
I didn't need an umbrella because I wasn't Mary Poppins, I was just Sandy, whose daddy owned a tuna cannery. You know what today is? It's your day, darling.
What's that?
It's Banana Lover Day. Yeah, happy to see me, or is oh, I won't go there. But I wonder how many of you out there have bananas every day. 9:30 a.m. is banana time for Indy Amos. No kidding. I mean, I like bananas. Don't get me wrong. Oh, and can we talk about bananas? You know, Indy and I argue about this all the time. But have you ever watched a monkey open a banana? They do it the right way. I mean, like we struggle, and like trying to peel it from the top. It's so hard to peel it from the top, and so often you're struggling getting that top piece off. Bananas should open from the bottom. You just pop the top off, bam, done. If you've never opened a banana from the bottom, I have just changed your life right here, right now, and I'm very excited. And the cool thing about bananas is when they go bad, you make banana bread. Oh my god. Sometimes I like to let them go bad just so I have an excuse to make the world's best banana nut bread. So good, so good. What else? It's Brothers' Day. Actually, my one of my brothers was here day before yesterday. Of course, I was on my way to LA, so I didn't see him. But I have two brothers, a little brother and a big brother. And they're both bigger than I, of course. I'm the big little sister, and I'm the little big sister and the little sister. Yeah, like that. I have one who lives this way and one who lives that way, and I don't see them all that often, but we stay in touch. We stay in good touch. Ginny, you have no brothers? You missed it. I have no sisters. I always felt like really sad because I didn't have a sister. I would, but I have a sister wife, and I have some very, very special girlfriends. There are a lot of really good women in my life, but it's Brothers' Day. Brotherhood. I used to go to the Boy Scout meetings because I liked the boys. Yeah. My mother was the den mother of the Cub Scouts.
Oh, nice.
So I used to go to all the Cub Scout meetings. I'd do my best to do my duty to God and my country.
That's Boy Scouts. But,
Oh, that's Boy Scouts. Well, when they became Boy Scouts, I just like moved up with them. I was a brownie.
Might be Cub Scouts.
Isn't it Cub Scouts? I thought that was Cub Scouts.
On my honor, I'll do my best to do my
duty to God. But do you remember this one? Oh, wow.
Oh, what? No.
Oh, yeah, this was a Boy Scout thing. Repeat after me. Okay, ready? Wait, I'm going to turn it on Indy. This is a very important. Oh, I got to get that light out of there, though. Okay, this is the most important Boy Scout thing I learned. This is better than the pledge. You have to repeat after me. Owa.
Owa.
Tagu.
Tagu.
Siam.
Oh, what a goose I am.
We thought that was really funny when we were like, 8. What can I say? Daffodil Day. Daffodils are such pretty little flowers. They're such delicate little yellow flowers. I haven't seen any daffodils out yet. Have you?
Oh, yeah, it's almost fall.
I know, but I haven't seen any all summer.
Didn't you bring some home for cut flowers one time?
I don't think so. I love daffodils. They're usually short, but I thought we had them like a long, long time ago. I don't recall any daffodils recently.
I blame Trader Joe. I think he overlooked it.
I bring home whatever the trader pulls in, If Trader Joe doesn't have it, I don't have it. That's the way it goes. But I'm going for flowers today, and it's Daffodil Day, so I will be looking. I can promise you that. It's Forgive Your Foe Day. Yeah. If there's anyone in my life that I consider a foe, sorry. Not forgiving them. Not. Sorry. It's Forgive Your Foe Day, so I invite you to do that if like it was a misunderstanding or something. I usually clean things up right away. So if at this point in my life, I have someone in my life who I consider a foe, they're staying that way, which just means I don't give them any thought and they are out of my universe. Bam, gone. I have culled the herd.
How are you spelling foe?
Not like FAUX.
Well, that would work too.
Yeah. Not like that. This is FOE, enemies. Sorry. If you're my enemy at this point in my life, you're probably destined to stay my enemy.
Your foe is not your friend.
No, my foe is not my friend.
FAUX.
My foe is not my friend either. Neither of my foes are my friends. And if you're a foe, What does that make you? A friend?
The friend of my foe is my faux friend.
I don't know. It's something weird. It's it's also just because day. Today is the day when people say, "Why did you do that?" You get to say, "Just because." Just because. What is this?
Something. Muskrat Love?
Who did Muskrat Love?
Well, we'll find out as we go along.
Muskrat Love?
You don't see it on your list, huh?
No. Was that the Captain and Tennille?
Oh, you guessed it. That's right.
Oh, wow. Daryl Dragon, the captain. It's his birthday today. I thought you were going to pick something much more, like
This was probably their biggest hit.
Muskrat Love. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite at all.
Well, forgive them. They were your foe.
Yeah, they were my faux faves.
See what they're doing behind you?
There, can you see the dog fight going on back there? Wait a minute. Hang on. No, you can't. Let me move my chair. See, that's Muskrat Love right there. Yeah, that's Muskrat Love. No, when I think of the Captain and Tennille, I think of love. Love will keep us together. Like that. All right, we'll listen to Muskrat Love in the background. Not my favorite song. I mean, it's also Kiss Me Day. It's Kiss Me Day. Right here, right here, right here. The dogs are fighting. They're kissing. No, but he's not a kisser. That's better. Okay, okay. More. What's his name? Bailey. Bailey. Morgan was my old dog. Yeah. Bailey comes in at 4:30 every morning. I think I might have mentioned that. 4:30 every morning, jumps up on my bed and cuddles up next to me. I don't know how he knows, but I swear to you, it's 4:30 every day. It's Slow Art Day. What do you suppose that means? I didn't look it up. That means when I draw my word art, it's slow. I don't know. I like fast art. The faster I can get my word art done, the happier I am. I'm working on a new kind of word art. I'm anxious to share it with you, but I'm not ready yet. But I'm working on a new thing. Okay, this one makes me smile because it's Tarzan Day. Ah! My dad used to do that all the time. That's why it makes me smile. It makes me think of my dad. Yeah. My dad was a storyteller. He didn't tell a lot of stories. I guess I should say more than stories, he was a tall tale teller. Yeah. Like, for instance, he told us about his exploits in the big war, WW2. He told us about the war, and he was a hero in every story. I mean, he probably was a hero. I'm not denying the stories, you understand. I'm just sharing that he was a tall tale teller. And the reason I think of him on Tarzan Day is we used to watch Tarzan when I was a kid, all the movies with Johnny Weissmuller, because my dad told us that he was not just friends with Johnny Weissmuller, but he taught him how to swim. Yeah. So I grew up thinking my father really did teach Johnny Weissmuller, who was an Olympic champion, by the way, how to swim. As I got older, I realized, wait a minute, I don't like water. And I got that from my father because my father never liked the water. If we went to the beach, I almost never saw him go in beyond his kneecaps. Yeah. So I'm now starting to doubt the story that Lenny Schneider taught Johnny Weissmuller, Tarzan, how to swim.
You know what he taught him?
What? Oh man, that got guy would do that scream, and then he'd grab onto one of those vines and go swinging up. He was amazing, wasn't he? Yeah. I used to. One more time. Woo! Johnny
He was
Westmiller.
a yodeler.
A yodeling jungle
That
boy.
was actually yodeling.
Was it?
Yeah, when you.
I guess it is. I guess it is.
Now Bailey wants to eat him. Bailey.
It is also, by the way, rock, paper, scissors day. Do you know that this is like an international game? When my nephew was here from Korea, from South Korea, he was saying that in South Korea, everybody does rock, scissors, paper. I was with my sister wife Lynn years and years ago, and we were in Boulder, Colorado, walking around doing our little luncheon shopping girly thing. And there are a lot of art stores, art shops, not stores, not like where you buy pens and paper, but where you buy art. A lot of art shops along this walk promenade. And in front of one of them was like I don't know, like a 10 or 12 foot, maybe bigger, giant sculpture of rock, scissor, paper. I had never seen one before, not a giant one. Now I've seen them a few times, but whoa, holy macaroni and cheese, Batman. It was so cool. I was blown away. So when I went home, I made these. I made my own, but miniature.
I can never remember the rules about that. What does a rock do to scissors?
A rock smashes the scissors.
It smashes scissors?
Yeah, but paper covers rock.
Couldn't a rock smash paper too?
You can't smash paper. It's already flat.
Oh. So what do scissors do to a rock?
They get smashed.
Oh.
Rock beats the paper. Rock beats scissor, and paper beats rock. Remember, it was rock, paper, scissors. Got it?
Yeah.
It's a tough game. I used to play. My brother used to hit me so hard.
Hit you hard? What do you mean?
Because if you lose, the person gets to slap your hand.
Oh, I thought it was just a way to decide who goes first or something like that.
It's a game and you can get hurt.
Oh.
Yeah. If you get rock.
Yeah.
And somebody, okay, so here's the thing. If you go 1, 2, 3, bam, and you do scissors and the other person has paper, you get to slap them.
Oh.
Yeah. If you do the same thing, bam, you do nothing.
Did you and your brother ever have a contest to see who could hit the softest?
I always let him win.
You let him win? Let's try it. Go ahead. See who can do it. Hit me as soft as you can.
No, you start.
No, you start.
No, you start. No, you start. No, you start. Okay, so wait. So I made that rock, scissors, paper because it was a miniature of the giant thing that Lynn and I had seen.
I saw how you did that. You did that with some kind of glue?
I did.
Yeah?
I did.
Well, how about if you actually drill a hole in the rock and
oh, that would be really awesome, but I've never done that.
Oh.
Okay, but wait, check this out. I made a teeny tiny little miniature. I happened to be at at a bead store where they had little teeny tiny miniature things like for making charm bracelets. So I bought a bunch of little tiny scissors and pebbles, and I made mini rock, scissor, paper. You could do that at home.
You play that game, you wouldn't get hit very hard.
No, you wouldn't. It would just be tap tap. LBJ took the IRT down to Wall Street, USA.
Is that from here?
When he got there, what did he see? The youth of America on LSD. That's from Hair. I told you I'm seeing Hair next month, like in a week and a half. I can't wait. And I'm sharing that particular song because it's LBJ's birthday today. So happy birthday, LBJ. 36th president of the USA. I thought Mother Teresa's birthday was today, turned out to be yesterday. So we celebrated But I'm not sure if I told you that Mother Teresa was only 5 feet tall. Ginny, did you get that? We're like Mother Teresa size. How cool is that? Well, I aspire to being Mother Teresa size. The association. This is in 1966. The association. Cherish. You don't know how many times I've wished that I could mold you into someone who would cherish me as much as I do you. Anyway, Cherish, the association, 1966. I was a junior in high school, and here we go again. Indy gets so jealous every time I say things like this. I lived in California. The association played at our high school. Seriously. Seriously. The association was there. I heard this live when I was in high school.
Hey, we got Doc Severinsen.
Okay, he did get Doc Severinsen, and Doc Severinsen told him he had a really cool horn. That's all I can say. And he's been on the horn ever since, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the man has never felt the words that would make me love you. Martha Ray. Do you remember Martha? Martha Ray. She had like the biggest. She was like Joey Brown female version. Do you remember Joe E. Brown? Joe E. Brown. He would open his mouth to scream, and I swear to you, it was like an anomaly. Yeah. His mouth. It was like his jaw would like double open and his mouth would be like half his head, and Martha Ray was kind of like the female version of that. I remember them. They were a long time ago.
She was nicknamed the Big Mouth.
The Big Mouth. Okay, so I remembered her. I remember her really well. She was a comedian and an actress. It's also the birthday today of someone that you've probably had an association with in one way or another, but you probably never met him, but I did. His name is Ira Levin, and he wrote, are you ready? I mean, like, this guy was prolific. Some scary stuff. He wrote The Stepford Wives, and he wrote Sliver. Did you ever read Sliver?
No, what's that?
Sliver was it actually was a movie with what's her name? Beautiful. Sliver. Could you look up Sliver? I can't think of her name. Anyway, he wrote Sliver, he wrote Stepford Wives, he wrote Rosemary's Baby. You remember that with Mia Farrow?
I didn't watch it, but I heard it.
Yeah. It was Rosemary's Baby was the devil. Yeah.
Who wrote Sliver?
No, Ira Levin wrote it, but
know?
I want to know who starred in the movie.
Let's see. William Baldwin, Tom Berenger.
The girl.
Sharon Stone.
Yes, Sharon Stone. I knew it was someone really famous. I couldn't remember her name. Sharon Stone starred in Sliver, and it's a very weird movie about this apartment building. I read the book, and then I saw the movie. I loved the book. It was scary, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, about a serial killer. Oh, you met the association in 65 before they got famous. Yeah, by 66, they already had Cherish. So when they came to our school, they were like hot stuff. Were they from the Valley? Did you grow up in the Valley, Ginny? I don't know. She's a California kid too. So why? Oh, because Ira Levin. Sorry, I lost track for a second. So Ira Levin wrote all this scary stuff like Rosemary's Baby and Sliver and Stepford Wives. He also wrote the screenplay for No Time for Sergeants. That doesn't even fit. Okay, so why am I excited about Ira Levin? Well, I'm not really excited about him, but I'm excited to tell you about him. Ira Levin grew up in Brooklyn, in New York City, and his best friend was my husband's uncle. So for a while, he was my uncle's best friend for a while. And on one particular trip to New York, we were staying with them, with this particular uncle and aunt, and they were having company. And we were invited to stay and the company that was coming was Ira Levin. I had no idea at the time who Ira Levin was. When they said, "Really, you don't know who Ira?" I mean, it's my best bud from growing up, but he's like a famous author. So I checked him out, and yeah, he was really famous, and I was really excited because I was gonna have dinner with this really famous author, right?
I
Yeah,
That's one
Ira
better than Ira,
Levin.
better than Ira 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not Ira 11, Ira
Oh, I see.
Levin. Yeah. So I was really excited. He was really boring.
Oh,
He was a nice man, but I was very disappointed. It was kind of anticlimactic, just like this story.
he wasn't hiding a bloody knife.
Yeah, I wanted him to tell me like some seriously exciting stories about where he got these ideas and the people that he came in contact with when he wrote them, because they were all so well received.
Fatal Attraction. Was that
Um,
Sharon Stone?
was that Sharon Stone, or was that
Somebody else?
somebody else? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It might have been, but she's hot.
Well,
I think probably Fatal Attraction or something like that, if not that.
Oh.
Um,
Well,
see, I don't know. Let me see if somebody here. Ah, okay. The association drummer lived in Hollywood. She lived in Glendale. Close enough. Close enough. We all grew up in LA during the peak time for music in the 60s.
yeah,
Lucky
Laurel
us.
Canyon group, I like that.
Yeah. You know who this is? It's his number one song from 1955. Goodbye, ain't that a shame? That's Fats Domino. Yeah, he was a chubby little guy. Have you ever seen a picture of him or seen him perform? Yeah, I think I saw him on Dick Clark's American Bandstand, stuff like that.
Those were the days. Fats Domino and Chubby Checker.
Oh, Chubby Checker came later. But yes, Fats and Chubby, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. So we used to have this. He said Chubby Checkers and Chubby Checker and Fats Domino. So I got to tell you this quick story. I used to be in the balloon and party business, and I had this store in near the studios and stuff. It was like we did a lot of movie star business back then. Anyway, we had stuffed animals in the store that we would attach bouquets of balloons to deliver. And we had this one particular animal that we just loved. So cute that I bought like a dozen or a dozen and a half of them, kept them in the back, and we'd only put one or two out at a time. And it was called, the name of the animal was Chubby Bunny. And we used to do this thing where we would go like this and we'd say, "Hi, I'm Chubby Bunny, and I came," and we'd talk like Chubby Bunny, and we'd call each other Chubby Bunny. And it was funny back then. All the girls would be behind the counters, and we'd all be going like this and going, "Hi, I'm Chubby Bunny." Well, this extremely overweight woman walked into the store one day, and we didn't see her come in, and we were all doing our Chubby Bunny routine. She got so angry at us. She yelled at us and screamed at us. And we just kept, but we did it, but it wasn't, we were talking, it didn't matter. She just yelled and screamed at us and stomped out of the store and slammed the door. It was so sad. I felt so bad about that. Sorry, but Chubby Bunny was still cute. Anybody who worked at Balloon Fair remember Chubby Bunny? Let me know.
Wikipedia says that Chubby Bunny is an informal recreational and hazing game that involves placement of an increasing number of marshmallows or similar items in cotton balls into one's mouth and stating a phrase intended to be difficult to say clearly with a filled mouth. Chubby Bunny.
Oh my God, Chubby Bunny's a real thing. Who knew? Chubby Bunny, Chubby Bunny, Chubby Bunny. It's a real thing. Okay.
In 1959, in a Peanuts comic strip, Snoopy's mouth is being filled with marshmallows while Charlie Brown keeps count. Yeah, how about that? So it went all the way back.
I had no idea Chubby Bunny was a real thing. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, wait a minute. Causes of death. At least 2 people have died by suffocation.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what he just said? 2
Uh-huh.
people have died by suffocation from playing Chubby Bunny.
On June 4th, 1999, 12-year-old Catherine Casey Fish died after choking on 4 marshmallows while playing Chubby Bunny.
Not just a game, but a dangerous game.
The
Don't try
contest
this
was
at
scheduled
home.
for the annual care fair held at the Hoffman Elementary School in Chicago's North Shore.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. A Chicago game. I lived out here. Sorry. Chubby Bunny, Chubby Bunny.
And then they appeared along with Sandye on the Oprah Winfrey Show to warn about the dangers of Chubby Bunny.
It doesn't say that.
Everything except the Sandye part.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
On the Oprah, they went on Oprah and talked about the dangers. Seriously?
Yeah, but a little good it did, because then again on September 12th in 2006, Janet Rudd, who was 32 from London, Ontario, died of a chubby at a fair.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
You got some marshmallows in your mouth?
Chubby bunny.
Chubby bunny, chubby bunny.
7 years ago, I got on your counter. Okay.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh, you know who else's birthday it is? Paul Rubens. Do you know who Paul Rubens is?
Oh, Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman was like, he had Pee Wee's Playhouse, and he did kids shows, and then
He was so bizarre.
he was so weird and crazy and bizarre. And they had these dolls that were Pee Wee Herman dolls. Do you remember those? I did a TV show once. I was on the Home Show here in LA. I think it's a national show. And I did a couple of segments for them on traveling with children. And my son and another little girl who played my daughter. And if Donnie, my daughter, is watching, I swear to you, it was not because you were a chubby bunny. You just look too close to my age. I look too young to have a daughter your age. To this day, she thinks it's because she was too fat and not pretty enough to be on the show. But I had to find a little girl who looked like she could be my little tiny daughter. Anyway, the kids, as a thank you from the show, were given these giant Pee Wee Herman like dolls that they were like marionettes, kind of. No, marionettes have strings.
Yeah.
What do you call it when it's like a ventriloquist dummy kind of doll?
A dummy.
A dummy. So they were given these Pee Wee Herman dolls that you would pull a string in the back and it would say things. Anyway, but it was scandal time. Do you remember the scandals with Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman did the Pee Wee Herman dance, and everybody tried to do the Pee Wee Herman dance.
It's the Pee Wee Herman dance.
It was before the floss.
Pee Wee Herman dance cam. Oh my God. Anyway, he got caught doing some things that Pee Wee Herman shouldn't have been doing. And he kind of went out in shame, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever came back after that. Whew. Yeah. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. I think that's all the birthdays that I'm covering for today. Let's talk about the word art real quick before we go, huh? I love today's word art. Today's word art was told to me by a rabbi's wife who learned it from another rabbi's wife. And I guess it's something that you really need to keep in mind when you're telling your troubles to other people and you feel like they don't really care. And it's very simple. My hangnail hurts me more than your broken leg hurts me. Think about that. Yeah.
You got a hang now?
And it hurts me more than your broken leg hurts me.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, what should we go out with? Should we go out with some good music? Something from today? What have you got there for me?
Well,
I could sing. More Fats Domino.
I hear you knocking.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. A sip, a smile, and Fats Domino, baby.
And don't play Chubby Bunny.
And don't play Chubby Bunny. This is not a game to play at home. Play Llama Llama. Love you. Bye bye.